Spoon TV is in an exclusive interview with Nimba County Senator Samuel Kagar. This is the first exclusive interview, Spoon TV exclusive interview with Senator Kagar following his election as Senator of Nimba County. I'm Nelson Collier. We are here this afternoon to basically have a brief interview with the Senator on his position today in Senate, in the chambers of the Liberian Senate that resulted to a major.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you today?
Well, fine, thank you. I'm thankful to the Almighty God for He good to us. He gives us all we need.
Amen. Senator, today you put for a very strong position when following the reading of the committee report for the confirmation of the chairperson of the National Elections Commission, Jonathan Weedor'S, which subsequently lead to you voting against the confirmation. Your position, you care to state that position firstly for the benefit of those just following this for the first time?
Well, in the first place, if you read Article 89, first start with Chapter X, Autonomous Public Commissions, Article 89, the establishment of autonomous public commission and power of legislature to enact laws for their governance. In that, there are like 4 or 3 areas. The following autonomous public commissions are hereby established, and this is established by the Constitution. A Civil Service Commission. We just enacted that law. Instead of civil service to be Civil Service Commission. And then we have Election Commission. Election Commission, upon the establishment of the Election Commission, there was specific training given to Election Commission when appointed. 7 years. All commissioners, chairman and the commissioners. It means they should work in conformity of that particular training given them by the law. Because the law was created and that power was given by the Constitution, Article 89. So in that light, where the legislature enacted a law giving a specific timeline to a commissioner, election commission, these areas, GAC, they are critical areas to national concern or growth and development. In order to make them non-laissez-faire institution, you got to carve a law that will govern them from interfering. So when the time is given, it should be in conformity and it should comply within that term. The election commissioner then, Councillor the lady, David Brown Asama, she was appointed, nominated, subsequently confirmed and appointed by the president to serve the period of 7 years. In that light, I think she left with 2 or 3 years on expired term. Where the commissioner had resigned, the framer of the law had given a particular timeline, which is 7 years. So whatsoever tenure left unexpired, whosoever that will occupy that position should serve within that period. And afterward, if the president, he would have been confirmed for the unexpired tenure, at which time, when the time is over, if the government find it fit, then they can make a net decision. But to give him 7 years is a violation of that.
So were you pushing that the confirmation that took place today be for the completion of the tenure of
unexpired tenure
of David Brown?
Exactly, that's it. Because it's specific. Why will you be specific and deviate? Then the argument they brought was this position is not an elected post. Fine. But you, before you become an elected official, the institution that internalized you before emerging as a legislator is the Election Commission. So putting somebody there, you cannot go contrary to the law to get a person carte blanche.
But are you also taking into consideration, Senator, that if the confirmation today is to go for the unexpired tenure of Madam Director Brown Lassana, we're going to be talking about a whole different process for Mr. Jonathan Weedor if he's to be renominated, what we saw in the chambers today, where votes will be taken again and all of those. Don't you think your colleagues are trying to, avoid all of those long processes?
There is
and
no
just
bureaucratic bottleneck.
go ahead with the
There
confirmation?
are other commissioners seated that were nominated along with David Eto Brown. And those people are functioning for within a specific given period of time. When that time reaches, eventually they're turning over. They'll be re-nominating. So in that category, we felt that the Jonathan, if nominated and subsequently appointed, should serve for the unexpired term to start afresh with those that will be coming as commissioners. You understand? Not to gain extra time than the others.
But I saw
also, let me tell you something. It also undermines the integrity and bring enough fighting. Let's assume you get Jonathan tenure at this age, at this year. Before those other commissioner tenure expire, it means that he has gone 3 years into his tenure. Then you go into election. Those who were appointed 3 years prior to Jonathan, after Jonathan being in that position, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who had a different view in an argument. Because looking at Jonathan tenure, they would disagree one way or the other because someone would grandstand. But if they went together, you understand? There will be serious internal fighting. Who will be fighting who will be next to Jonathan and SYZ. But when they go together, according to the law, I think there will be smooth transition.
But I also saw you voted against. You voted against the confirmation. I think you were the only senator who voted no for the confirmation of Jonathan Weedor.
If you read Article 45, I think 45, 45, it states every senator get 1 vote. Each senator get 1 vote. It is my right. The vote that cash had forward march on me or it had an after effect on me. So I stand and take any measure or any condemnation for my vote. And I knew Jonathan since long. But the point here is we should be very much critical and to issue that affects the nation. To be an election commissioner, there are so many things you need to look at. Or recent, Mr. Weedor was one of those who was in Unity Party chat room. And he admitted that he was in the chat room. You understand? Performing his duty. You were hired to do a piece of job. Fine. If this man was hired to do a piece of job that went in your favor, and you taking this man to be the election commission, they see election that he worked out modalities in the range. It's a sign of reciprocating, payback. And eventually, this man cannot go against the power that be. The independence is under question. These are some of the reasons.
Do you think up to now, his independence is still under question?
My brother, you were not in a position before, and you served the people, and you now get in a position. What a difference. You understand? That place is an anti-graft institution. So it also plays a position in double dipping. Yes. So these are some of the reasons I never voted.
All of those were part of the reason why you didn't vote for him?
Of course, yes.
From the neutrality standpoint and also the issue you raised.
Exactly. And like, I pay you for the service you did. Yeah, and you will do more.
A lot of
Because,
people.
for example, when you are a civil servant and you start, maybe the first salary was $300. Based on your performance, somebody will give you $500. It stimulates your zest for the job. Yeah, you already bear with the people.
So some people are saying that you're being too critical of the NEC chairperson destiny. You know, especially
not be critical, but rational.
Okay.
And my thoughts, I think many nationalists are listening and will analyze it critically. Let me real in this place. I'm telling you, living story. The independence is on a question. Just yesterday, 2023 election was held. The men served as in a war room.
Let me adjust your mic.
Yeah. To ensure that the ruling establishment serve in the position they are in today. And the same ruling establishment that hired you before now is making you commissioner of the sector that brought them to prominence. In that position, what is your neutrality? It's a serious concern that the civil servant need to look at. It's a concern that the opposition need to look at, because this country belongs to all of us. We don't want election that will be marked by fraud, that will result into chaos. Because once people go democratically and be elected, and glaringly they know that they were cheated because of favoritism, they had a propensity to derail the unity of our country. So these are things we are focused on looking at and want to be proactive to let the public know. Yes.
Now that Mr. Weedor has been confirmed by your colleagues, what next? What's going to be your next plan of action?
We had a oversight responsibility. I have been given the task now based on my conscience to ensure, to monitor the activities, to encourage the opposition that they got to reawaken their spirit and put their thinking cap on to ensure that any will be election in Liberia will be credible. We are also urging the international community, because the international community are the people who give bulk of the money for election in the country. So what we are seeing today, we are informing them in advance to be aware that those things, we don't want any confusion tomorrow.
Just a final one. Following the heated argument after you raised that concern, in conclusion, we saw that the presiding, who happens to be the president of the Senate, the vice president, said there were other people who were confirmed and their tenure did not expire, and other people took over from there. Those people were being confirmed in similar way, and they were not confirmed to end that the tenure or of those who were there before then. And he went on to list the situation at NAFA, at the LTA, and other institutions. What do you think about that? Don't you think that's something that to look at as well?
Individual opinion outside of the court jurisdiction is not legal. You understand? There is a reason why when people are not happy, they go to court for interpretation. Let the court, there are no precedents in a court. It can be recalled when Garrison and those are LTA and all those people then went to court, that they was illegally removed from the position. The Supreme Court came out of verdict. And it's a precedent today that those people should be paid. And there are records that some of those people have been paid. So it means that the decision that was taken was illegal. Their tenure was not elapsed.
So when those coming after them were confirmed without going back to say maybe they have to complete.
I can tell you, before the confirmation of
Jonathan Weedor,
how they call it, not Jonathan, Clarence Massacre to LP and what have you.
Yeah,
they made payment of those people on expired term. The records are there. That is challenge it. That was one of the things that brought us on their confirmation. I'm telling you seriously. So the precedent they're talking about, I don't know what precedent they're talking about. The central bank governor was paid, Talu.
Is it possible to find anybody who will have absolutely no political connection to be the chairman?
No, that's not an issue. That's not an issue. Nobody is a rogue or criminal until you are caught.
Okay.
So the issue of neutrality is relative. But wherein this person admitted to the public that I assisted the political party, I will hire for them to do a piece of job for them, which elevated them to presidency. And the same person you're nominating to serve in that position, it compromises the professionalism. It places the integrity under question.
Just a final question for me now, Senator.
Yeah.
I know you have to go. Where do you stand right now politically? There's information in the corridor that you are proposed or you're being spotted to go as VP, with former President George Weah come 2029.
Maybe you got the information.
That's what some people are saying.
I'm not in the know of that. Okay. But let me be frank, I've been very much critical from the representative to the Senate. Follow my track record. I can support a political party, but when they go contrary, I talk it. So it's not only because you hearing rumor. And the rumor you're talking about are not being confronted on it.
Okay, so now we're asking you.
No,
how true is
the issue here, let me tell you something. I have never seen any part of the world that somebody who intend to become a running mate to somebody will be more than the person who's supposed to choose him. Then mean you are already ambitious. I don't calculate it. It is based upon the repetition of the individual that the state or organization can say, based on this man's track record, he can go as this person. Then you better either accept or reject. But for you to be filibuster in the movies, I will go and running mate to this, I will do this. No, I'm critical because this is an issue that border on nation, concern. My position is clear. Whether 1,000 people voted, but my one vote is no. And I'm stating the reason why I know. And I want the public to know that our elected independent will come here. And when things are going on that not satisfactory, we should talk about it.
Well, Senator, anything you want to say in closing?
Well, so far so good. And then it can be an empirical fact that you can compare with other events. To say based on Supreme Court judiciary, verdict, section SYZ, therefore this can happen. But outside of that you don't make any law, but the law says 7 years, you get in 7 years. So whosoever that went there when they turn out over that 7 years, whosoever that comes to complete that on expired term, then you can go you can't go on the contract to get it straight 7 years. No. Yes.
Thank you, Senator. But just a final one, because I'm already here with you. Just a final one. What is a relationship like with you and the vice president?
No. I don't think the vice president have any difference in terms of relationship. Okay. I'm doing a piece of job.
Politically,
I'm a senator. He's a vice president. Simple. You got a term of reference. I got my term of reference.
So everything
I cannot do a job. You cannot do my job. But we can coordinate. We're from different branches of government. Simple. Yesterday, they were on a fine Ganta. You go, we ate together, everything. So for me, I look at issue critically. I don't look at issue on sentiment. That's my concern.
So NIMBA is united. NIMBA is a one force right now.
The word unity, as a whole, unity is a very fine word. What you may consider unity today or unified, others may consider it non-unified.
But from your own perspective,
it's a big country. We are together. We speak together. People who got their position, they talk with each other, they understand each other, and what have you. There is no fight. Things are calm.
Is the Unity Party doing well?
We are not here to discuss the issue of Unity Party. The discussion on our review had to do with the nomination and subsequent confirmation of Jonathan Weedor'S. That's my concern for now.
Senator, thanks a whole lot. We look forward to that time when we have an exclusive interview and all of those other issues. But thanks a lot
It's a,
for
it's a
joining us
pleasure.
on TV.
Thank you very much.
Okay.